everyone, this is Des from According to Des. Thank you for joining me today. I meant to record and post this yesterday, but I had such a bad headache. I don't know what was going on. I couldn't tell where the headache was stemming from. It was like a throbbing behind my eyes, but also in the middle of my head. It was hurting so bad. I didn't know if it was because I was on my computer all day, because I'm really trying to launch my 2021 kindness calendar, but I was having so many issues with my website host, GoDaddy. And so I was trying to resolve all those issues after work. So I was on my computer all day for work and then on my computer all day for personal projects. So I didn't know if it was from that. I do wear the blue light blocking glasses. I didn't know if it was from not drinking enough water or because I was hungry. So I was drinking water, I was taking Tylenol, I was eating snacks and stuff. Nothing was helping at all. So I just lay down for most of the night and was just trying to relax, and I really wanted to put this out yesterday, but life happens. So it was Thanksgiving last week. How was your Thanksgiving? I want to know everything, so please come in my Facebook group and post in the comments there. Let me know what you did. I know a lot of people stayed home. A lot of people weren't seeing friends or family, obviously, because we're living in these crazy times right now, but how was that for you if you did stay home or if you did travel? How did that go for you? I know a lot of people on Facebook out of my friends were saying that it was actually kind of nice and relaxing to stay home and not travel, which is understandable. I mean, the holidays are so fun, but so very hectic. So that is very understandable. So let me know what you guys did. And either way, no matter what, I hope you had a good time and you were safe. For today's episode, I want to talk about something kind of crazy that happened that I was not expecting. I jumped on a trend on TikTok, which was basically a part of Lady Gaga's song Bad Romance. And you just kind of tell a story of a bad romantic encounter you had. I told the story of my first experience dating, which to me was pretty traumatizing. It was horrible. And I didn't date again until I was 17. So I will read you exactly what I said. When I was 14, a boy sat at my lunch table every day. His name was Chris. He told my friends he liked me and wanted to ask me out. I thought he was cute, so they told him. He asked for my screen name and we chatted every night for a week. He asked me out, we ate pizza and walked around for an hour. He tried to hold my hand the whole time, but I kept pulling my hand away. He walked me home and tried to kiss me, but I pulled away. When I went online later, I had an email from him telling me how much he missed me and loved me. I was so creeped out, I blocked him and told my friends to tell him not to talk to me anymore. He told my friends he loved me and didn't know how to live without me. He showed up to every single class of mine. I had to leave classes early and go to them late to avoid him. He bought me gifts. He waited for me every day after school. I had to walk a different way home every day. 10 years later, he found me on Facebook and messaged me a long message about how cruel I was to him and how much I hurt him and broke his heart. That was all I wrote. I woke up, I posted it before bed. I woke up the next day to an insane amount of hate messages, like mean comments from all these men that this clearly struck a chord with them. They were very offended by the way that I had treated Chris. I do not know why. And we were 14 years old, so we were teenagers. I didn't know anything about dating. I wasn't assertive. We both didn't know how to handle the situation. He obviously had a lot of issues probably at home, like really wanting love, and didn't know how to handle those big emotions of like having a crush. I got blamed in all the comments, which I felt was very unreasonable. I'm obviously now a grown woman, but at the time I was a 14-year-old girl. And I'm just going to read you some of the comments because I really thought they were ridiculous. Girls and women can shut down this behavior quickly with a few words. The poor kid felt a strong attraction. He would have treated you like a gem. Girls are so mean. So you embarrassed him again. You both need to learn how to communicate face to face. So when a guy treats a woman extra nice, the woman freaks out. You're typical female. You're the problem. It's called a boy crush. That was a one true love, and you made him out to be a stalker. Karma is a beep and will get you when you least expect it. You were rough on him. He tried so hard, the poor kid. Now you're on every single dating app searching for a man. And now you're just a lonely cat lady. You should have given him a chance. You were an ass and most likely missed out on the love of your life. Then you girls can't figure out why you can't find the right man even when they are standing right in front of you. You missed out. Says a lot about you. Are you looking for sympathy? Get off social media. You are not very appealing. You seem very lonely. Maybe you need to find someone. And you're single AF right now. Can't find a good man, right? The problem is you. I'm just trying to figure out what would possess a grown ass woman to post such a thing. Like you really did something. Seems you're looking for attention, and then when the attention is not how you'd wished, you're not happy. I'm sure you were the same at 14. And I bet you're still single. Sounds to me like he tried to take good care of you. Maybe you should come down off your pedestal and give the guy a chance. So there are a lot of comments like that. Those were just a few of them. There's literally 200 to 300 comments like this. There were so many comments calling me ugly, saying I needed plastic surgery, saying you're a 2 out of 10. You were lucky that a guy even looked at you and showed interest in you. You didn't deserve his attention. So this clearly struck a chord with a lot of men. First of all, I was a child and Chris was a child, so these people are literally judging children and blaming me and saying that he was the love of my life. No 14-year-old needs the love of their life, saying I could have been happily married with him now. A bunch of people asked if we were married. That was concerning to me in of itself because he was following me every day, clearly showing stalking behaviors, and all of these people are defending him, mostly males. There actually were a few females that defended him too, calling me all sorts of names, saying that I disrespected him and I'm a grown up and now I'm embarrassing him. First of all, he's not in my life. He's not following me on TikTok. But it's amazing how just because I'm a female and I posted a very short, it was a 1-minute story about me rejecting somebody's creepy behaviors, I was the one that got attacked, and everybody's defending this unknown 14-year-old boy who clearly deserved my love and affection. When I was 14, I was very, very creeped out by Chris. I felt very bad. I actually was crying and felt very upset because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. But he creeped me out a lot. He came on so strong, telling me he couldn't live without me, telling my friends that he bought me all these presents and that I was the love of his life and he was going to marry me. For a 14-year-old, like my first experience going out on a date, that was very overwhelming and very nerve-wracking, and I did not know how to handle that. So, okay, yeah, maybe I could have handled it a little better and been more assertive and said, listen, you're making me feel uncomfortable. I don't like the way that you're talking to me. Like, that's very intense. But 14-year-old children do not talk that way. They do not have the maturity to be assertive and communicate their feelings and discomfort. But on a whole other level, women or girls do not owe men politeness. If a man is being creepy to you, which Chris was, I do not owe him a thing. I do not have to be nice to him. I do not owe him a conversation. I can block him. That is my right. If somebody is creeping you out, block them. You don't owe anybody a conversation. Absolutely not. Clearly, these fragile men in my comments were very, very offended that I, a 2 out of 10, could possibly reject a man trying to give me attention and he would have been the love of my life and treated me like a gem. No, girls would rather be alone than be with a creep, guys. The most concerning comments, too, were the guys saying that all men are like this. This happened to my friend and now they're happily married, blah, blah, blah. No, following someone, showing up at their house, showing up at every class, trying to walk them home, sending them messages that they can't live without you, that they love you after one date, that is not courtship. That is not romantic. It is creepy and you are mentally unstable. So on a whole other note, I mean, that in of itself is just very concerning. But on another note, social media is so toxic. I literally just posted this little video. I didn't think it was controversial. I posted it it was a trend. I hopped on the trend. I went to bed. I woke up to so many hate comments and it was very overwhelming. And I was on my phone all day checking the comments and there were so many mean comments. I deleted a few and blocked people because they were just very unnecessarily mean and toxic and horrible. But the other people I did respond. And for the most part, when I did confront the man, usually there were a few women that weren't as responsive. They were actually more combative back and forth. But the men, when I was like, well, I felt uncomfortable. I was 14. I didn't have assertive skills to let him know how I was feeling. They were like, oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then one man like made a joke insulting me. And he was like, oh, I was just joking on my part. Sorry about that. Like they actually went back and apologized. But we shouldn't be making comments in the first place of being, rude and condescending, and people should never ever make fun of somebody's looks and calling them ugly, those kind of things. It's so hurtful to people, especially when there's like features they can't change. Like I see on so many people's pages, they're like, you're fat, you're ugly, and your eyes are squinty. Like those are just horrific. People cannot change how they look without getting plastic surgery, and nobody should feel that they need plastic surgery. They just look how they look, and people should be okay with that, because we go on Instagram and Facebook and in all these movies and there's all these gorgeous looking people. It's not realistic. Us regular people that are not millionaires and have all these makeup artists on hand, we are held to those standards, and it's not fair. And then this is the thing too, it's always anonymous profiles. You click on the person's profile, there's no content, there's no name, it's a bunch of numbers. Like these are the people insulting everybody. I feel like it's mostly women. I go to all these women pages. I follow a lot of women like content creators and digital marketing creators, all these things. And they get insulted so much. People saying they should kill themselves, they should do this, they should do that, they should have never been born, their parents should have had an abortion, like horrible, horrible things. I know this famous TikToker, Charlie D'Amelio, however you say her name, she recently went on her live and broke down crying because all of her fans, I guess she like dyed her hair purple or something. I don't know what she did, but she changed her look, and a bunch of people told her to kill herself. And it is absolutely horrific. While social media can be a great, great thing for connecting us, it can be so toxic. I do have a guest coming up. I'm so excited to interview Johan. He is going to talk to us about how to have a healthy relationship with our devices. And I'm hoping that he has some good tips on how to not get sucked into the toxic culture that is social media. I definitely want to talk to him about that and hoping to get some great tips for him. But for now, my tips to you are put the phone away. You can turn off your comments. You can turn off commenting, which I think I might do with this post because I thought it was done, but the comments just keep rolling in. So I did have some comments supporting me and saying that I did the right thing. There were a few men commenting on other men like, no, that's not right. Like he was creepy, blah, blah, blah. So that was really nice to see. But you can turn off comments. You can make your profile private. You can post content, but you don't have to post, yourself, your face, your body, whatever. You can post just content of other things, which I know a lot of people do. They'll just post their voice because they don't feel comfortable, because it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. Somebody is going to disagree with it, and somebody is going to be mean. You could have the best content in the world. You can have the most valuable content, and someone will rip you apart. That's just how it is. And it can be hurtful, and not everybody can handle that. So I definitely, just this one experience of waking up to like 200 to 300 hate comments definitely made me empathize a little bit more with celebrities, because I literally do not know how they do it. This was only 200 to 300 comments on one post. And I was checking it all day. I honestly felt pretty anxious about it. Every time I got a notification that I got a comment, I was just full of dread. And I was like, what are they going to say now? How are they going to insult me? Are they going to call me ugly? Are they going to call me stupid? Are they going to say I deserve to die? I was getting all those comments, and it was making me very anxious. I can't imagine being a celebrity and just having hundreds of thousands of people every day ripping you apart. It's no wonder so many celebrities have mental health issues, because that would literally drive me insane if what happened yesterday happened every day. I would lose it, and I would definitely delete my social media. I definitely understand how celebrities have a hard time with that. And people say they do it to themselves, they put themselves in the public eye, blah, blah, blah. But I do think that as a society, we kind of make that something that's unavoidable. We don't have to worship celebrities. It is possible to watch a movie and a TV show and flip through a magazine and not idolize that person and buy all their products and plaster their face on our t-shirts and on our posters. That is possible. So I think as a society, we do that, and they kind of fall into that. And yeah, it's easy to say, well, then they shouldn't be in the public eye, and they shouldn't be an actor, and they could find another job. But We do watch movies, we do watch TV shows, we do need actors. It's just kind of a catch-22. But stay healthy out there, stay healthy mentally. It was a little exhausting and draining dealing with that yesterday and today a little bit, not as much because the post is kind of dying down. It was just kind of discouraging too to see how many misogynists found themselves on my post. I didn't expect anybody to see it, and my post does have over 1,000 likes, but I didn't expect anybody to really see it because I don't really have a lot of followers on TikTok and nobody really likes my posts or comments usually. It was really surprising, but it was just more discouraging that a lot of these misogynistic males found themselves on my page and just blaming a 14-year-old girl for letting down a 14-year-old boy. And it was really just sad. Do these people not have daughters or wives or nieces or granddaughters? I don't understand. How do you blame a 14-year-old girl that you don't even know and support a 14-year-old boy that you don't know from 20 years ago, mind you? I am 34 years old. This happened 20 years ago. So it's just very strange, all these men just sticking up for this man that was creepy that they don't know. And I think a lot of that too, another side note is I watch so many movies. I am such a movie person, and so many movies infuriate me because there's men that are creepy and just very persistent and won't take no for an answer and just keep pursuing and pursuing and pursuing, and they get the girl at the end, and it makes me so angry. It infuriates me. There's one movie with Justin Long. I have to look it up. What is it called? Okay, so I definitely just paused this episode to look up the movie, and I found that there were actually two. I forgot about one of them. One that Justin Long was in is called Literally Right Before Aaron, and the other one is called A Case of You. Both of these movies, he is relentless at chasing these two females in the movie. One is actually getting married to another man, and in the other one, he's stalking the woman. He makes a Facebook profile or something, and he shows up at places that she was at, her yoga, karate, whatever. He started learning things that she showed an interest in. It was very creepy. He would show up at a bar that she tagged herself in. It was very, very creepy. And in both of these films, spoiler alert, the girls end up with him at the end. And it hurts so bad to watch these females get stalked and relentlessly harassed into dating him and fall in love with him. And they do. And it's very frustrating that those are kind of the messages. Yes, I know that it's just a movie, but we do take in these messages from movies and TV. We just do. Just two films with Justin Long. I mean, there's endless examples, but these films really show people unhealthy dating behaviors. They just do, and it's horrible and it's painful to watch. I watch a lot of teen movies because I'm just a kid at heart. I love teen movies. And so many of the films are so unhealthy, it hurts me. It physically hurts me to see that teens are watching these movies and TV shows and thinking that this is how dating goes, especially males. They learn oh, this is how you pursue a female you like, and it's so unhealthy and it's so painful. Yeah, that's what we're up against, and I guess men are kind of getting that message that that is the right way to pursue a woman that they have affection for. And some women, specifically in my case, when I was a 14-year-old girl, was super creeped out by this boy following me around everywhere, sending me creepy messages, and grown men defending him because that's how boys act. That's how boys pursue you. He treated you like a gem. All he did was love you. No, this is so disturbing. It's so disturbing. I just had quite a scare, so I paused this episode and I saved it to look up that Justin Long movie. And then the episode wouldn't load. It's 22 minutes in, and I had lost all the data. I figured out what happened after a few minutes of messing around with it, thank goodness, because I tried recording another episode to replace this one so I could post it tonight, and I just couldn't do it again. I just couldn't. I didn't have any energy in me to re-record this. So I'm so glad I found that data. So that was a little scare just now. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great holiday month. I love the month of December. I turn into like a little Christmas elf. I love the holidays. So whatever holiday you are celebrating, I hope you're having a great time. I have all my cute little stuffed animals on my couch, and I have my little baby Christmas trees. We just put up our big Christmas tree on Monday and we decorated it on Tuesday. So that is up and looking good. We're just waiting for our little Christmas tree topper. I've been spending so much money lately, but like not on myself, on like donation things, which is good and great and all, until I look at my bank account and I'm like, what am I doing? But we bought a cute little Christmas tree topper. It's a cat. And we didn't need another Christmas tree topper. We have one, but this one was going to feed 60 animals at the shelter. And, so I just wanted to support that. So we're waiting for that to come in the mail, and then it will be official and our tree will be done and I will post a picture. So join my Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/according to Des. Join me in there for wellness tips and mindfulness techniques and all that good stuff. So it's a really, really great, healthy community that is a great part of social media. I'm in that group like all day, every day. I love it. I love my members. I love the community. It is not a toxic place. So if you're looking for a healthy, nice, safe, supportive space on social media, check out my group. It's great. Share this episode, subscribe to my podcast, and let me know how you deal with trolls and how you deal with men on the internet, either mansplaining to you or being misogynistic. And let me know how you deal with this toxic social media culture that we're unfortunately all in, unless we delete social media, which I love social media, so I'm not going to delete it. But let me know how you handle that. I'm very interested to see how other people are dealing with that, and let me know how it affects you. I will talk to you guys next week. I'm so excited. I'm interviewing 2 great people this weekend. Can't wait. Christina Ann from The Impactful Parent and Johan from Social Media Breakup. I'm so excited to interview them. I cannot wait to hear what they have to say, and I will post those episodes in a few weeks. Okay, until next week, have a great and peaceful week.